Welcome to the BYU Organ Workshop, offered both in person at the BYU Music Building and live online. I'm Don Cook, BYU Organ Workshop founder. We're thrilled that you're joining us. Our goals are to meet you at your level in offering instruction and motivation to increase your organ playing skills. In this video, I'll show you how to make the most of the workshop. Most of the first half of this short video pertains to all workshop participants, both in person and online. The second half contains information that's especially important for online participants. First, decide on your level. For the purposes of this workshop, you need to decide generally where you are in your organ playing world, in which track you would normally fit. You're invited to attend any of the 3 tracks, however. The New to the Organ track is designed for those who have little or no organ training, or who would like to review the basics. The Experienced Organist track is for those who have some organ playing behind them and feel that they are beyond the basics, but who may not have had much organ training, and would not consider themselves advanced organists. Classes in the Special Topics track are mainly for those who have had significant organ playing experience and training. Consider first attending classes in your main track. If you wish, look over the other classes offered at the same time. Feel free to attend any of them. You're not limited to the classes in your track. And you can even change classes after they have started if you wish. Get to know the schedule. You've probably seen it. It's a multi-page table that you can view by going to organworkshop.byu.edu, by selecting the Program tab, and by clicking the Daily Schedule menu item. You can see class descriptions either by clicking the class title or by scrolling down to read the descriptions. Get to know the schedule and decide on the classes that are most interesting to you in attending. Nearly all of the classes will be recorded and available within 24 hours. If you miss a class or want to attend 2 that are offered in the same hour, you'll be able to view the recording after the workshop until September 1st. However, the classes will not be available after that time due to copyright and accessibility complications. I repeat, recordings of classes will not be available after September 1st. Do you have questions or comments for other workshop participants? Please join our BYU Organ discussion group on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/BYU Organ Workshops. It's designed as a forum for anyone attending this workshop or our traveling organ workshops. You can ask questions and get answers from other group members or workshop administrators about anything having to do with these events or their topics. In-person participants need not register for most classes, but after registering for the workshop, online participants must log into the workshop website with your BYU account, called a Net ID. Your account information should be on the registration confirmation that was emailed to you when you registered. If you did not register with a Net ID, you will need to create one to access the workshop online. Once you log in, the way to access your online classes may change from year to year. A few days before the workshop, you'll receive an email from the workshop administrators. It'll contain all the instructions you need to enter the online workshop itself and access the classes that you want. Get into it right away. Spend some time learning how to find the classes on the schedule. You don't want to spend time learning how to do this once the workshop has started. Whether in person or online, you can change classes if you wish, even while you are attending a class for which you are registered. If you feel that you could be better served by changing to another class, leave or close your current class and attend another one. Even those participating online can easily change from one class to another. Feel free to move around and create the best experience for you. Have the materials ready. Not long before the workshop, you'll receive a link to the workshop handout booklet in downloadable PDF format. In-person attendees will receive a printed copy at the workshop. The booklet is not small at over 100 pages, so online participants can choose to either print it out or prepare your device for easy access on Acrobat Reader. If you decide to print it, choose either single or double-sided copies, with the first and last pages on cardstock, and with a spiral binding. Some of your class descriptions also include suggested materials to have with you, such as organ shoes, method books, music, or other reference materials. Gather together what you can of these materials for reference during the classes. Also, on the organworkshop.byu.edu website, under the Program tab, is a What to Bring link. That document has more detail, and a link near the top points to a handy Materials Needed for Levels 1 through 6 document. You'll also want to decide how you're going to take notes. Some use notebooks, others take notes in their handbook booklets. Still others take their notes digitally. There are several pages of staff paper in the back of the handout booklet that might be useful. Prepare to play during classes. Those attending in person, the organ technique and literature classes, among others, are welcome and encouraged to prepare pieces or exercises from their level to play during the classes. Submit a video. For those attending online, several classes offer the opportunity to submit a short recorded video, just as if you were to climb up on the organ bench and play something during an in-person class. The organ technique and literature classes and master classes are good examples. If you're so inclined, follow the instructions for your class in the class descriptions to submit the video. You always learn more when you become directly involved. Private lessons, either in person or virtually, are available during the week. You can arrange for 1 or 2 lessons with one of the workshop instructors during the workshop week. Visit the organworkshop.byu.edu website and click the Registration tab, then Private Lessons, for more information. Of course, you should have hymns or other organ music ready to play, and you will receive immediate feedback customized to your needs and your level. For online participants, decide where to sit. You can gain much from the workshop by participating in all the classes away from an organ, but in the how-to classes, you could get even more out of them if you can get to an organ and try out some of the things that are presented. In the organ technique classes, for example, it would be especially useful to be seated at or near an organ. In the organ registration classes, you could try out the stops and combinations that are presented at your organ. Classes on hymn playing and on creating preludes and postludes could also be more effective if you're near an organ. For online participants, set up for comfort and focus. As you know, the full daily schedule includes over 3 hours of classes in the morning, a lunch hour, up to 5 hours of classes in the afternoon, and evening events on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's a lot of sitting. Arrange for a comfortable seating place or two, where you don't have to squint or strain to see the screen and can hear the audio clearly. Headphones may help. One of the benefits of attending the workshop in Provo is being able to focus on the presentations. Anything you can do to create that sort of environment for these few hours during the virtual workshop would pay many benefits in your ability to learn the material. For online participants, make your connection long before the workshop, and this is very important. Be sure that your computer or other device has a high-speed internet connection, that it can play YouTube videos without pausing, and that the audio is clear. If you have questions about your Wi-Fi connection, your laptop, or other device, please work them out with someone in your vicinity. This is very important, as we cannot overload our technical advisors with questions about your device itself, the way it's set up, or your internet connection. If your device is connecting to the internet but you have questions about accessing your workshop classes, or getting them to appear on screen, you can email our Organ Workshop technical advisor. More information on how to contact them will be emailed to you. Watch for other possible ways to contact them during the workshop. They will be standing by to assist participants to make the connection between their working, internet-connected devices to their workshop classes. Please do not contact your instructor with technical issues. Contact the technical advisor instead. If you have questions for your instructors about the subject matter of that class, use the chat feature itself during the class. Your instructor may respond either soon or in the last few minutes of class. Even the instructors of pre-recorded classes may respond to chat questions in those last few minutes. The chat feature also allows you to communicate with other class members. Answers from fellow participants may come immediately. Details on using the chat feature are in your email. For online participants, thank you in advance for being patient. We have tried hard to set up a system that will deliver a great workshop right to your virtual door, but we know that there may be some glitches along the way. Even if a glitch causes you to completely miss a class, remember that you will be able to see the recording of the class for a few weeks. If something doesn't work out like you'd hoped it would, please be patient with us. Know that once we learn of a problem, we will do our best to resolve it as soon as possible. Thank you for joining us for the BYU Organ Workshop. We hope that you'll have an enjoyable and productive time.